So guys, we got another clip here of what seems to be going viral as of now. And this thing isn't uncommon. It's been going on in a lot of cities recently, a lot of Democratic led cities, a lot of Democratic ran cities that aren't really too tough on crime. And I'm just gonna go ahead and play it. You guys already read the title. Most of the time when these things are caught on camera, we know who the perpetrators are, and it's a bad look for the community. But you already know people are going to try and justify this foolishness any way they can and try to blame it on racism, supremacy, or something like that. Let's get into these clips. Let's go. So you guys just saw those two clips. Obviously, we got a lot of footage. Everybody has their phone out. They're not about to try and make a citizen's arrest or anything like that. They just staying out the way. Even the security guard here is staying out the way. He's just like, I think he even was pulling out his cell phone to record it too. Ain't that some shit? But from my knowledge, this is occurring in Beverly Hills. It looks like a Bloomingdale's, and there's other outlet stores that are around the way. But this whole smash and grab has become a thing. I've actually did a story that is yet to be put out of this occurring in Chicago, San Francisco, and even New York, the Soho district of New York. They're even on alert for these things happening. Now, this is what's known as a flash mob spree, where there's several people get together. They'll either case the joint, have already cased the joint. They'll run up in there masked up or whatever have you, and they'll just start ripping things off. But they'll have an inside guy to make sure that there's not too many people around or security around before they do it. Now, this has been done most notably in San Francisco and Chicago, where cars actually pull up if they're able to. Obviously, in this case, cars can't do that, but cars actually pull up, block off the area. I think it was 80 people ran in at one time and they just took everything out of there. Now, a lot of people saying, hey, there's nothing wrong with that, blah, 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 blah. This is a victimless crime. There's no need for anybody to do anything. They're just having fun. These are just kids, so on and so forth. Now, I already talked about what happened in Chicago. Obviously, that's within your own neighborhood. But this Chicago ended up shutting down. This is in a Beverly Hills section of Los Angeles where they actually did this. And you have no choice either to have security, armed security, or some sort of deterrent to keep this from happening. Now, you'll have people coming to the defense, especially people within the community, saying, well, they're hungry, they're just stealing, they're going. This is specifically a Gucci store. You didn't go into a Ralph's out there. You didn't go into a Save-A-Lots or Vons or anything like that and try to steal grocery or nothing like that. You went into Gucci. And people are blaming this on the downturn of the economy in Los Angeles and the big exodus, people leaving out and people not having jobs or being able to pay the rent. That's why they're stealing Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all this other stuff, which is basically just bananas. It's crazy. This doesn't make sense why you're doing this. But I think people do things when they know there's really no deterrent. If there's really tough on crime or knew that there were armed people out there, which, why does it have to come to that? Hey, it is what it is. A lot of other countries, which we can say the U.S. is known for its freedom, our democracy and things like that, and you shouldn't have armed guards, so to speak, outside of shopping areas, but we have armed police walking around anyway. But we typically see this type of looting and things like that whenever there's some type of social justice incident that happens, i.e. with the George Floyd situation. Y'all know with George Floyd, everybody across the country just started looting places for whatever reason, and they say it was justified and was turning up, and Black Lives Matter and black people showing out for the cause, looting these places that people actually own businesses, even looting places that were black owned. Didn't make any sense. I always said, why is nobody looting bookstores? Why is nobody looting Barnes and Noble and things like that? It doesn't make sense, but somebody's going to try to justify this. And let's say for whatever reason, there was armed security in Gucci and there was a tussle and somebody ended up getting deleted in Gucci, right? Let's say that happened. Then there would be some kind of protest and marching and all this stuff like that. He was just stealing. Why do this? We just have to cut out the BS. A lot of times in the community, we're our own worst enemy. We justify stuff and we don't condemn other things, like deleting sprees, like drug dealing, all this other stuff. And even this, making it seem like it's not that big. It's a victimless crime. Retail theft is not a serious thing. This stuff leads to other things. Y'all do know that, right? It leads to other things. And I think these kids, or maybe grown men, probably think it's a joke and they ran off and they got away with some Gucci. Now, we can say this is strategic and organized, but I guess over time they're seeing this as a real lick and they can sell it on the street and people are willing to buy this stuff. It says a lot. It says a lot of wanting to rock Gucci, wanting to rock these Italian brands like that. The same people that you talk trash about, you want to sport their stuff and live like them. I don't get it. This culture in particular, this degenerate culture, this thievery, this drug dealing, this drill, this thought culture is garbage. It's trash. It's alluring. Keep in mind, this culture is one of the most influential in the world, but it's trash at the end of the day. And we all know that. A lot of people are making money off of it. Other culture vultures, if you will, are making money off of it, exploiting it. It's a perpetuating thing. It's almost as if it's planned like it's supposed to be this way. What if everything just changed overnight and everybody was just about law abiding and decency and things like that? Just imagine a world like that. But this stuff has really got to stop, man. We talk about police and policing areas and policing neighborhoods. Some people don't care if it happens in other neighborhoods, i.e. there were other people that were dealing drugs in black neighborhoods. But they don't care if they're drug dealers as long as they're selling it to them, as long as they're selling it to the black man. Just like I've heard other content creators say that they don't care what they do. People can do it as long as they take it to another community and do it. It doesn't make it right at the end of the day. That makes the thought process just weird. And it's not enough people that are standing up for it and they're being looked at as Uncle Toms and sellouts and basically cooning and stuff like that, man. We got to cut it out. This stuff is not cool, and this is becoming a lot more popular, and we're seeing it out there. There has to be a shift in culture. There has to be a shift in this mindset. Consciousness has to rise above this. And we have to stop rewarding bad behavior or dodging accountability and blaming it on other people at the end of the day. It's about solidarity and looking out for your brother, not trying to take your brother out or not trying to destroy or look like a degenerate. You should care how other people view you, how other people view your people, especially if it's in a degenerate way and you're destroying your own people and then blaming it, well, I had to take from this person or I had to destroy this, and you look a certain way. There's these stereotypes that are broadcast throughout the world how black people are viewed, and this is perpetuating that shit. Not all black people are like that, but when we got this stuff being shown on television, instead of conducting yourself like a man and with some decorum, grinding, working hard, there's enough work out here for everybody. Whether you're a felon, you got a record, all types of stuff. There's ways to make money, and it's not about going in and jacking some clothes. But just my thoughts, man. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about these clips. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. Helps to support the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that being said, much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next video that's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah. 50 Cent. 50. Part 2. Bring it back. Yeah. Can't forget Tony. 50. UK.